All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. Listen, Tupac in imprisonment claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within. I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they actors, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission.
Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Set, 19, 56. Right, here we go. Hey, check 24, watch 24. Check 24. Now left. Slip.
Watson on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back on their heels.
Now Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
You got Rodney.
A shotgun snap for Watson. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Here's Watson. Johnson's got it complete. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Five yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
From the 24, Watson. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 11.
Hey, watch this.
And to give this time to the tailback. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Benardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 15-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
80 weapon. Crunch. Jim.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd down.
A gain of 2 on the play.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45.
19. Right there. 56. I know he ain't got it. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Check 31. You gotta get moving.
To throw is Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. Chris Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved. Yeah. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
Hey, it's coming up. Hey.
his running back. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 34.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Hey, 57. Rush in. Kill. Wide. Get wide.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, 3rd best in the league, and they're going again. Here we go on 4th down. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. We're scoreless after 1. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Check. Blue dot Quarkers. 15. Hey, 57. Delta. Check 3. 43. Hey, 57 color.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
57. Don't be scared of it. Watch the ship.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Now a handoff looking right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Check 43. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Where you at, where you at, where you at? Who's that, who's that? Is that yours, is that yours? Who's that? My son.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets him back for 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. And this one's incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now it's Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He is going to find Hill here. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Check 52, recon, 132 fight.
Attack!
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
43!
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Check.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey, 43. Yellow.
Scene 6.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check. Lucky.
Back to throw, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
What? Hey, 59! Keep it going down, coming. Alert!
Now Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Out of the gun, Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Able to push his way through. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Yellow. Come back.
Switch it.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was a safety, Rashad Jones, that time, who was able to break up the play.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's our time.
Yellow.
Now here's Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last position.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Cunningham has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch twist. Watch three. Check 49. 2-4.
Watson now to throw. Flushed out right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney merciless. Able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Check. H3-2-18. Chopper.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing now is Mahomes. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Zach Cunningham in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mahomes going to throw. And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary has really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Oh, some strong running. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. But on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes, and this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. On play action, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Cunningham racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Brings up 3rd down.
Attack!
56. Mott's 56.
Quiet, 64, weak. 50, yellow.
Crunch.
Attack. Let's go, baby. Attack.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
4th down and 1.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
66. Roll it high.
Check the backer.
Attack.
Right back to him on first down. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. The first down carry here for Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
The Texans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Mike, check. Sure thing. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Check.
From the gun, here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Nick Perry, the outside linebacker. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Here's Watson, forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run, and this is going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
15.
Watch that in, tight end right. Tight end.
Yellow.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now a handoff here to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Yellow. 43.
You have to get time to see it lead. Check three. Kill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Watch safety creeping.
Select.
Check four.
Yellow.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Butker able to put this one through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Watson now to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
Watch out. 53's a mark. Check 53.
fourth. Watson, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
How fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jake Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard.
All right, Coach, under hazy, overcast L.A. skies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Tennessee Titans and our home team. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Ready. 70, Indy.
Right. He's talking right here. Center right.
On first down, it's Sherman. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They'll set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jayon Brown. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Chargers' 47-yard line.
Check. No. I got one.
Now they try the right side here. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And they're going to go for it here on the 4th down try. Mariota's going to stay out there. Now Mariota on 4th down. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Ready, 18, Gator.
Stay with your man.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Under 10.
They'll run on 1st down. Sherman, and I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 48 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. In a game of this magnitude, it's always good to get out to a great start, but a game of this magnitude, you go up early, that's a big deal.
It's a huge deal. Psychologically, you now have the advantage as well as on the scoreboard, and also, it's a settling effect for your team. You're in it now. You've got the lead. Let's just go play some more ball.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right?
There he goes right side and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. 75 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 30.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey, ready?
On 3rd down, it's Sherman. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Mariota now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll run with Sean Wilson, the former Duke Blue Devil, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check 15, check 15.
Wilson with a first down carry. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
He wasn't ready.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Come on.
On 2nd down, it's Wilson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Now a handoff looking right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Mariota. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Hey, Echo. Get it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. On first down, Sherman. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Now.
On 2nd down now, it's Sherman. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Looking to throw. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, LA! George Kittle, 41 yards. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And this is hauled in by Matthews. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good...
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Ochena Nwosu. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mariota. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. AFC title game, second quarter action. 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, and that is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check your hot read. Out. Check 37. Check 37.
They'll try the left side. Sherman. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 25-yard line.
Let's go. 70, Indy. We draw focus.
Baby, that's baby shot. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. 49.
Shoot.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
90, Wolf. Crystal, Travis.
Check. Brad now.
Five.
At the Titans,
26, go.
2nd and 5. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Badgley able to punch this one through, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Slam. Watch it.
One.
Now on 2nd and 16. Mariota flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Charger drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. They'll throw now on the final play. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
1, 2, 1. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On the ground, it's Wilson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Wilson, and he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chargers' 47-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, pick your game up.
Hey, watch it.
Where are they feed? Check. Crunch.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And Matthews makes the grab. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a 1st down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they try the right side here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Chargers take over
You got
first
this.
and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sherman, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
On third down, Sherman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 46. Now a give right side. It's Sherman, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Hey, Hayward!
26 Mike.
Second and 13. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
On third down, Sherman. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Here we go on second and 12. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
22 yards. Complete to Hunter Henry.
Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter play. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Go. Get it.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sherman. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Wide, get wide. He's checking. Crash.
On third down, Sherman. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead. So now a big play coming up as the Chargers are going to go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's home.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Titans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Now Mariota. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it did.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Throwing, Mariota. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. He was looking for Matthews that time. The Charger drive about to get going. Turnover that just got him the football back. Obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't think, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
61, matchbox, white.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Yes. Hit it.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sherman, and he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Let's take it inside his own 40. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A big play that time for the Titans. 42 yards. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year? Only time will tell. But they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew will...
I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got... It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up.
Back up.
I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.